Hey everyone, we are back with another video. We have the Tatula XT here. This is a part of Daiwa's more entry level lineup of rods. They have a ton of rods right now, and they just came out with the New Zealand again this year. Then the XT has been around for a while. This rod has been in the lineup for a couple years now. They just freshened it up last year, so I actually happened to pick it up when Fleet Farm had their deal, 20% off all their fishing items. So retail is $100, and I actually picked it up for $80. So pretty good deal. And you can catch a lot of good deals right now, guys. You just got to shop around, find the sales. Usually they're running a lot of sales after the fishing season, because that's when a lot of the fishing stuff obviously doesn't sell. So I have it paired up with the Tatula reel. This is just the SV reel, nothing spectacular. Great reel for the money, like great workhorse, probably one of the best reels in the $200 market. But let's talk about the rod. So where does it fall in the lineup? As I said a little earlier, it is kind of in their more entry level. We have the Iridex, then a step above the Iridex is the Tatula XT, then they have the Tatula, and then they have the Tatula Elite. Caught on something, great. And then after that, we have the Zillions and so on and so forth. The great thing about the Tatula XT is that there are a ton of different models out, which make it great, and you can cover a lot of different applications. And so if you really like this rod, you have a lot of different specs, lengths, powers, and you get to really use what you want, and that's kind of the beauty of it. So let's talk about the rod and take a quick look at it. It's got a black EVA foam for the handle and for the buttstock. Has a plastic little trigger and a piece of plastic for the locking nut here. So hook keeper is up here. I actually like this hook keeper. The hook keeper, tongue twister at the top makes it easy. Kind of see exactly what you got there, and makes it easy to just kind of. So big fan of the hook keeper being on the front. Guides pretty standardized, nothing too crazy, just a regular guides here. It's got the X45, and it does have the X wrap all the way up here, if you can look at it here. So nothing spectacular, but nothing really extremely cheap either, which I like. You know, it's got a good balance. Rod is pretty good too as well, solidly built. This is a 7.3 medium heavy, and it's rated between 1/4 to 1 ounce. Sensitivity is what you would really expect for a $100 rod. It doesn't blow you out of the water, but it's not bad at all either. I will do a comparison video between this and the Iridex. There is a big jump between this and the Iridex, not just in the price, but also in the quality and the components that you get, and also the sensitivity out of the Tatula is a lot better too as well. If you could look at it, this rod kind of shuts off around like the 6th guide, and it completely shuts off at the 7. So it's not as parabolic as the Iridex, which in essence, the cheaper you go typically in a rod, the more parabolic the rod is, most of the time. Now it also depends on the action too as well, but most of the time the cheaper you go, the more bend there is. And so I like this. It shuts off at the 6th guide and completely shuts off at the 7. So it's a pretty sensitive rod. Like I said, you're gonna get this is a good rod for $100. Sensitivity is good. Build quality is pretty good too as well, as I got a bunch of squirrels running around over there. But this is what you should expect, and I think this is what we will see a lot of our new $100 rods at. Now you could argue that they could go cork and all that kind of stuff, but to be honest, you know, they went cheaper on this area and just kind of went better with the blank and the build of the overall rod. And you'll see that when you fish these rods. But like I said, sensitivity is kind of what you should expect out of a $100 rod. It's not going to blow you out of the water, but it's not going to be terribly bad either. And you're going to get some decent sensitivity out of the XT. Now, obviously, if you want a better rod, more sensitivity, you go up to the next level. But for people that are looking to get a solid rod at this price point, I can argue that the Tatula XT is probably one of the best $100 rods on the market right now, just overall, due to the build, the quality of the rod, sensitivity of the rod, some of the components that you get, placement of the hook keeper, all that kind of comes into consideration when talking about the rod. The only downside about Daiwa are the warranties. Now, of course, this is a $100 rod, so you're not going to get a crazy warranty out of it, but I believe you do get a 1-year warranty on the Tatula XT. And so, I mean, it's decent. It is what it is. Quite honestly, if your rod's going to break, it's going to break within the first year anyways due to poor craftsmanship. Other than that, the rod should last you a while, as long as it's not a poor build. I haven't had any issues with any guides falling out. I haven't had any issues. The guide inserts falling out. Everything still seems pretty good to my eyes. But this is the kind of quick look at it, and we'll kind of do a breakdown of it on the tabletop here. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, back inside to do a quick recap of the rod and my final thoughts. $100. Is it a good rod? Should you consider it? Absolutely yes. It has some good build components, Fuji guides, the braided X, the HVF, 14 different models, a hook keeper that's really simple and placed in a good spot, EVA foam, split grip too as well. It is definitely a good build and a good buy, and if you are looking for a $100 rod, I would recommend it. If you can catch it on sale, even better. You got yourself even a better deal. And of course, as always guys, shop around, get yourself a good deal. But overall, I think the Tatula XT is a great rod, a great entry-level rod for anyone that wants to take the next step into the $100 market. It's a good rod. It doesn't break the bank. I use it for what I use it for. This is my dedicated swim jig rod. I might throw some chatterbaits on there, but to be honest, this is purely swim jigs, and it does a really good job. And I take it for what I need it for, and it does fabulous for me. If you guys have any questions about the rod specifically, go ahead and drop a comment below. I hope I see you guys in the next video where I'll be talking about the Tatula and comparing it against the Arid X. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.